Are we recording?
Yep.
We're back.
Welcome back.
Back up in this bitch. We got Ashley Taylor here.
Hi.
Yeah, good homie for. Well, I've known Ashley for fucking years actually, since I was probably like, since I was probably like 13 probably.
Yeah.
We've
been knowing you a while.
Yeah, she was one of my sister's best friends, and then later to be girlfriend. Then now we're living together and roommates, and we've been
hanging
homies
out
for a minute.
Been hanging out for a while. Like I remember when you were just a kid. Like I thought when you turned 18, I was like flabbergasted. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
How much older are you than Mike?
I'm going to be turning 24 the 19th. So.
Okay, so you're just younger than me.
Yeah.
I just forget how young Mike and Devin are compared to me. It's crazy.
But how old are you? You're
24 now.
But I'm almost 21, so that's like 3 years.
3 years. That's not long
almost
at
4
all.
years. Yeah, but then I think about Devin, and it's like,
Yeah.
Devin,
Devin's the one that gets me. I'm like, oh
Devin's
shit.
a little guy. Well, and it's crazy because Devin, my little brother, been on a couple podcasts, but he is like so emotionally mature for his age. I feel.
I know, it's crazy.
So it's like, wow, you're that old, you know? It's like, what?
I think he's gonna be 18, right? Because my brother's gonna be 18, and they're in the same. They're the
He's
same
actually
age.
he's actually gonna be 17.
17.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my brother's gonna be 18 in December, so
Yeah.
they're turning old really fast.
Yeah, definitely. They're getting old fast. It's crazy. I remember when Devin was a baby. Like, not much, but I sort of do. It was weird. It's weird how fast time flies, and what situations we get into, because like fuck, like I was saying, I've known Ashley since I lived in West Jordan, like at my parents' house. It's just weird. And now she's my roommate.
It's
So
like
it's like
life throws you like the most unexpected situations that you never think would happen in like your life.
And you end up being friends with people that you never would have thought. Like I know I even went to high school with you, Ashley.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah, and I remember seeing you there, but I never imagined that we would like be friends and doing a podcast together now.
yeah, because I remember passing you by in the hall. It's like you, it's like, oh, I know you, but
it's just
really.
like one of those guys, like, oh, I've seen that dude. I know he goes to my school.
And then you meet through mutual friends, and like everybody's connected in that way, and like it's all a big circle.
Big web. It's like a big web.
That's why it's called Small Lake City.
Yeah, exactly. And like I think it was you that was telling me a while ago, Alex. You're like, fuck, I have this group of friends that I didn't want to meet, this group of friends that they already know each other. And like, they already know each other as soon as I introduce them. It's like, it's like, what the fuck?
For me, it was like with ex-girlfriends, you know? It's like, my fucking ex-girlfriend is friends with somebody that I work with that didn't even know that person at all. And then they're friends with this other person that I work with at a whole nother job in a whole nother part of the city. And it's like, oh my god, they all hang out all the time? Like, what?
Oh, especially in like the lesbian community. Like Bethany knows my ex-girlfriend's like one of my ex-girlfriend's flings. It's just like this weird interconnected.
Bethany, which is my friend Tyler Wood's sister, which is somebody I knew from high school, which is who I actually dated his sister when I was supposed to be in high school. And I ended up living with Jerry and fucking met Jerry and ended up living here, and then it's just crazy. And now my nigga Alex is living with me and Ashley now. He took up our fucking extra room, so it's just a whole weird situation. I've known Alex through my cousin Dustin, but like I never, like, back in the day, I didn't, like, know Alex, you know,
Yeah.
like I know him
Those
now.
people, yeah.
Well, like, I'd consider Alex like a homie, you know. I was like, I'd smoke with Alex, you know, I'd kick it with him. But I mostly kicked it with Alex's little brother.
What's his name again?
Jerrick, yeah.
Which is another crazy thing, because he kicked it with my little brother, and I kicked it with his cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, Dustin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Me and Dustin were, like, best friends for a couple years.
Oh, really?
And so I was like, yeah.
Yeah, and, yeah, basically, I don't know, it's just crazy how shit works. Eventually, we hit each other up probably like a year ago now. I don't know.
Yeah, about a year ago.
And then smoked and chilled, and then it just all went from there, I guess. It's weird because, like, as soon as I got out of, like, high school and, like, shit like that, like, Alex, I never thought I would, like, make, like, close friends out of, like after I got out of, like, school. I'd never, like, you know, but, like, it still happens,
Yeah,
you know?
you kind of assume that's, like, your last chance.
Yeah.
Friends, but still, life still happens the same way. You know?
Yeah,
Still
exactly.
people coming and going all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And they always give you what you need at that moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like a reflection, kind of. It's weird.
And I was thinking about because
Oh, there we go.
no, because like, okay, like it's so crazy because like, it's like how I act and feel at any moment is how like that day turns out, you know,
Yeah.
and like how the
Yeah.
day continues and everything, and like just these last this last little while, I'll be like thinking certain things or like feeling certain ways, and like the people I'm talking to or meeting at those times is like exactly like what I was feeling at that time, you know.
Oh yeah.
And then I would meet people or talk about these certain conversations that somebody was also thinking about, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
oh my fucking
Yeah.
shit.
So,
But-
like, you're attracting the conversations you want to have and the people around you the people that are thinking the same things around you or whatever.
Yeah, and that's like this I guess it's a theory. But it's like so it's like, you know, like what you like put out, you know, is
Yeah.
like the way you act, the way you feel,
Even just
the
the way
things
you
you do.
think.
Yeah, even the way you think. It's all putting out there's certain vibrations, you know.
Yeah.
And cause like kind of I feel like that like emotions and like everything is just vibrations, you know. And so you're putting out these certain vibrations,
Yeah.
and when you have these certain vibrations you're putting out, and other people are putting out the same ones, they kind of
Group.
like come
Attracts.
together.
Together, because that's
group
it's
together.
the path of least resistance.
Yeah,
Basically, they like to
and-
harmonize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
And then yeah, and so it's like kind of the law of attraction, you know. Like exactly what you're thinking is like what you're gonna bring to you, but it's more than what you're thinking, you know. It's like what you're feeling and what
Yeah.
you
Or you're
Like-
taking action on.
yeah, what you're taking
Yeah.
action on, what you're doing, everything, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's been crazy because like I remember getting out of my really long relationship where I was engaged and everything, and it like for a couple months it was like fucking like just a roller coaster of emotions, you know.
Yeah.
Like oh my fuck, oh, blah 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 blah, and then like
You're in shock.
I started kind of like seeing like, you know, that things are starting to like, it's just like all reflections, you know. And then that's when like I decided to just be happy, and then things just like they just start like coming, you know. And it's like but sometimes it's like hard to stay happy, you know, in certain
Mhm.
situations. But I've been like trying to like stay happy in certain situations, and so like I think it's, I believe in it.
Well, like for me, I feel like it's like I have the choice.
Yeah.
Like if I realize that I have the choice to be happy about the situation, I can be.
Yeah, because you see that it's not the environment that like is the only factor anymore. Like the environment like pisses you off, but it's like it all comes down to how you react to it. In the end, so really it all comes back on you. You know, you can't put your blame on like the environment anymore, because you know that it's how you react. And once you see that,
Yeah.
then you can, you know, start to take advantage of it.
like, for example, I got paid on, what was it, Thursday or Friday? No, not Friday, Tuesday. And I paid some bills, and then I would go to withdraw money from the ATM, and it says I have no money. I'm like, I just got paid $1,000. So it turns out that they my bank transferred money to my credit card without me knowing.
Oh.
But they were able to get it back for me. But I was this happened the night, it was closed where it was at night, so I couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So I could have easily just gone home, went to my room, listened to some sad music,
and pissed off.
Yeah.
Exactly. What the it's unfair. I don't get it.
But I chose to just it'll work out. I just have to.
Exactly.
I just have to.
And it does. It's so weird. It happens time and time again. It's crazy.
So I could have easily been how am I supposed to pay rent? I could have easily just had a horrible night.
It's like you're literally creating these scenarios in your mind. You're imagining them.
You're just making
and
them
then it
manifest.
becomes real because you're feeling that way, so you're putting that out there,
Yeah.
bringing that back.
So I was it's fine, and it was fine. They're okay, we'll just give it back to you.
Yeah, and like you were saying, Jerry, if you react to your environment, it's your environment is created by you. Every single thing that you do is because you put yourself into that situation. You can move out of any situation. You can do anything that you want, but you're in a certain situation because that's where you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. That's where you want to be, and that's where you put yourself. So that's where you want to be.
That makes sense why you couldn't blame the environment then.
Yeah,
Because then if you basically put yourself in that environment and you're blaming the environment still, then what does that do?
It's
people
going,
just get
it's
caught
like
up in
going, it's like paying to go
Yeah.
to Disneyland and being fuck, this sucks. This is
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did I even come here?
Ordering the
Yeah.
steak, and the waiter comes with the steak, and it's all nice. It's medium rare, you wanted
Shouldn't
it,
have got
and
the steak.
I didn't want the steak. What the hell? What, you gave me the steak?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I feel when people complain about when
Guys,
Trump got
stand
elected,
there.
that who voted for him. I'm you voted for him.
Yeah. Yeah, waiter's just standing there with the steak.
Just
"Oh, you asked for the steak?" That's just all Trump
No.
is. We're just no.
No,
I swear.
I wanted
I wanted the salad.
I'm a vegetarian.
I was kidding.
I decided to go vegetarian all of a sudden.
You didn't get the joke. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, the whole political system, it makes me flustered. I don't even like to talk about it a lot.
I don't
But
either.
it's
'Cause it's a sensitive thing, and
And when it comes down to it, it's who even knows?
yeah.
I don't know
knows?
shit about politics. I just know. The one thing I know for a fact about politics, I know for 100% sure without any doubt, is that it's fucking ridiculous.
Mhm.
That's the one fact I know about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I think it's that crazy that we need for the people that aren't crazy.
What do you mean?
Because I feel there's not enough people crazy about politics, A bunch of people say fuck it.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you kind of need those people that are so fucking crazy.
Well, it's because it's ran by a bunch of old people. If we had a bunch of people like us, not even people maybe not people like me. I don't know, maybe you guys could do it, but I'm not sure.
I could do it.
But I'm sure I could do it if I learned it, but...
You just gotta
I
learn
feel
to be
there's
fair.
a lot of decisions I wouldn't want to have to
Yeah,
make.
exactly. But I'm sure there's smart motherfuckers who know, who've been thinking about this shit.
Yeah,
you
who
know?
actually know
Who
what's
actually-
going
yeah.
on and what
Who are,
would be best.
Our age.
Yeah.
Or old,
Yeah.
even 30-year-olds, It's
Mhm.
we got a bunch of fucking, 80-year-olds in Congress and shit, or whatever.
Yeah, and our founding fathers were please don't have political parties, and
Yeah.
that went to shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. They really said that?
Yeah, they're please, we don't want to have division, we don't want any political parties. and then it became the Republicans and the Democrats, and then the Green Party, the Tea Party. Like, there's so many parties.
Yeah.
Like, I voted for the Green Party this election, and I kind of was, like, disappointed in myself for doing that just because, like, I was just mad.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking both. But
Yeah, oh yeah,
But
this last election
Hillary and
especially.
Trump, like,
Yeah, come on.
I don't know. It's like, what would you rather eat, dog poop or cat poop?
Yeah, exactly.
it's one of those would you rather.
Yeah.
And people
I
wanted
think
the...
I'd probably rather. I don't know. I wouldn't.
I know.
wouldn't eat-
I
wouldn't
still
eat
have
the poo.
not made a decision.
I wouldn't eat the poo. I would just same with voting. I just can't.
Just
eat
don't
the
eat,
poo.
just starve. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Just don't eat. But that's built into their system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
and
us being pissed off and just like stepping away from it is almost like being like, all right, we're just not gonna be a part of it. You know?
Yeah.
It's still
Well,
just
maybe
happening.
enough people will, like, especially now that Trump is president, will just be like, okay, this is fucking out of control.
Yeah, like
hold
this
up,
is all
a
right.
This
TV
is
reality star got in.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at ourselves.
Yeah, like, let's take a step back and fucking chill for a moment and realize that this fucking system is breaking.
It's just
And,
built on.
yeah.
It's just built on a lot of old ideas.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's fucking literally breaking. But the thing about any system, any sort of thing that has momentum is that it wants to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it has so much momentum behind it. So, who knows?
Yeah.
But I hope to see it, like, I don't know, it'd be kind of scary to see it crumble, but it would be cool.
Well, Rome
It all
crumbled.
it all depends on how it crumbles.
How
I
it
feel
Yeah.
like.
crumbles, yeah. But if everything, like, if it was like, alright, we don't have to, like, pay taxes anymore and everything, like.
Just all of a sudden government's just
Well,
gone.
no,
Well,
it's just
No
like.
war
It's like an
anymore,
Animal
just
Farm
like-
situation.
Like, everything's just,
Yeah.
like, anarchy for 3 days and then everything gets figured out.
Yeah, everyone just like decides to chill.
Yeah, everybody's just like, alright, let's be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Let's be cool for a
Figure
moment.
this out.
Common sense.
Yeah, common sense, but I don't know. Who is gonna do a little bit of looting? You know, just because it's like the government's up. You know, the government's done.
Yeah.
Go to all the government stores, at least. Go to the government stores, not the fucking mom and pop stores. You know,
Yeah.
go to Walmart and shit. I'm just advocating for the looting.
I'm just scared for when the fault line goes off. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh.
That's like it's sketchy here, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
in Utah.
I say it's hella not.
Yeah, I've heard
It's a
both.
It's-
I say it's hella. I think that it's gonna go one day, but like, not my lifetime, or maybe my kid's lifetime, or probably my grandkid's lifetime.
They've
or
been
probably
promised-
after that, or
Yeah.
probably after that.
Be shaking.
And so, I don't think it's gonna happen for a long time.
They've been promising it since I was like 5 or like in grade
My
school.
parents have
Yeah.
said that they've been promising it since they were in school.
Yeah, but it's like just some guy just holding like back the fucking rubber band on the fucking slingshot, you
Go
know?
farther and farther.
Further and further, and it's just lifetimes, and we're just at the last little stretch, maybe. And just
But that last little stretch is still like 40 years.
Hey,
so
but
it's
it-
like it
So it's like we
could
gotta
go,
get
could
them
go
out of time.
anywhere in there.
We gotta
Could
get
go
them out
right
of
now.
time.
Could go 20 years from now.
But-
Could have gone 20 years back. You know.
At least I'm in a beautiful city, in a beautiful valley when
Yes.
I die.
But one day we'll be
Yeah.
slingshotted.
Slingshotted to wherever.
How dangerous
my next
are
adventure.
earthquakes actually?
Well, this
Fucking
one would be
dangerous.
crazy because this one's like hella tension.
This
It
one would be
depends
like
on-
Haiti, dog.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it depends on how much
Where you
tension is
are.
in the plate that
Huh.
is about to erupt.
Like if you're like in a big ass building and
Yeah.
like at the top of the story, like
Yeah. I feel like if you could get out to the road somehow and just like chill on the road.
it'd be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as there weren't like huge buildings around.
Yeah, you just run the
Yeah.
risk of being squashed.
Well, and what if just like a big crack in the earth opens and you fall?
Yeah, there's that.
Like
well,
it's to hell.
I hear that's really not like super common though. Like it
And-
does happen throughout the city, but the chance that it would happen like directly where you're standing is actually pretty slim. From what I've heard about earthquakes.
Yeah. Imagine the cool, like, after the earthquake's all, like, done. Imagine the cool skate spots that would be, like, open, you know, just, like,
I saw a
gaps
video.
and stuff. Yeah,
Did you post that?
Yeah, I shared it on Facebook. Some guy, he was, I don't know who, I forgot who the fuck made the video or who was skating in it, but, or where it was, but I forgot everything about it. But I remember one thing about it, and there was a guy skating a fucking dope, like, earthquake disaster, and there was all kinds of, like, gaps within, like, cars and, like, broken road, and, like, it was just insane. I was just like, wow, that is a cool way to make a, like, what a way to make a fucking art out of a disaster, you know?
Yeah.
Make something beautiful out of something horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
So that's the best thing you could do, you know, when something shitty happens, though, is try to make the best
Skate
of it.
over it.
Yeah.
Skate over
it.
it. Just skate it. Break a leg, skate that
Drop
shit.
it, skate it.
And if you fall down, you gotta get back up. You can't just sit there.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, you're just stuck
Yeah.
if you don't.
Yeah.
That's like with like talent in general. Like you have to, it's like muscle memory. You have
Yeah.
to keep going, and that's like the hardest thing. Is like, I hate that I'm not already good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed with skateboarding and like snowboarding and stuff, if I like eat shit doing something, I have to get up and do it again. Or if I don't get up and do it again fast, I'm gonna be scared as fuck of it.
For who knows how long.
Yeah,
Might
until
never
you do it again.
Yeah.
But you might never do it again until you fucking do it again. But until you, I don't know. It's hard to say. You might never do it again.
And then if you never do it again, you die, and then in your next life, you have to, like, face that.
Learn
And
it.
then you have to do it again.
That's
It's like a checklist to get in heaven. You gotta back three a kicker, so you gotta back three a kicker. You gotta keep reincarnating until you get live a life where you get
God just
snowboarding.
fucking ups the list by like 900.
People are getting in too easy. Change it to 900.
There's a new feature update.
Like, hey, did you kick all those guys out who did the 720s or what? Send them back down.
Send
here,
them back.
bitch.
They gotta catch up. They gotta do it again.
This one doesn't count. I'm sorry. You go back.
That's a little bit of sketch in that one.
Yeah.
You touch the ground with your hand.
I know you were getting relaxed to stay in heaven the rest of your life, but you gotta go back.
You
We got new standards.
You just land the 900 and just look up and just be like, hey, good.
He's like,
We
good.
good?
He's like 1,200.
1080.
I'm sorry, it's a little crowded in here.
You got this. If God was just yelling at me though, you got this, I would.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah, I'd
alright.
be like, okay.
I'll try it at least. What happens if you get fucked up? And it's like, oh, you probably should let me in. I mean, I got a broken back. I can't do it.
He's like,
Told me I
no, new
had
life.
You gotta wait.
Just be like, God, help me out here, dog. Help me out here.
You promised me.
Give me that power. Give me just a little bit. Just a little bit. What kind of drugs you got up there, God? How'd you get a hold of this fucking place?
DMT.
He's like DMT
That's all, it's
all
just-
day,
it's just
every
DMT.
day.
Yeah.
Like
Massive.
10,000 doses, 5-MeO DMT. That's how
All
I'm
at
going.
once. Creates a chain reaction.
He's like, I've infused DMT with grapes, and you just eat grapes all day, every day, and they're just filled with DMT. So you're eating bomb grapes, but you're getting fucked up all day.
DMT grapes.
God. God.
Jesus. Ew.
Nasty.
I was trying to clear it out a little bit.
Oh, it's the butt.
Yeah. It's the booty. Jerry likes to hit the booty.
Well, I don't like it, but sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes it won't come out any other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only way to go.
Sometimes you just
No other
gotta
option.
suck that booty in.
Suck it in.
Suck it real good.
You didn't suck the booty? Yeah, let us know if you suck the booty. Do you suck the booty at the end of the bowl, or do you not?
Oh, when it's clogged.
When it's clogged?
Yeah.
Dude, I keep a pokey stabby on deck. I'm a pussy like that.
Yeah. See, I'll complain about that, and then when I'm out of weed, I'll smoke ash.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, like, I used to, way back in the day, I used to, like, smoke a lot of resin and shit like that.
Yeah.
But then one time, me and my cousin, we were smoking a resin bowl in his garage when we were kids. And I don't know, we were probably like 17, 18, but we were smoking this bowl of resin, just nastiness, and we both hit it, and my cousin puked after he hit it, and then I puked after I hit it. And I was like, nope, no more resin, ever again.
Crack resin.
I've never hit any resin ever again after that. It's only because I puked, though.
Resin's the shit you scrape up out of the pieces?
Out of your paraphernalia is the tobacco resin. Just kidding. No, but it's the residue from the
scrape it up and smoke
from the pipe.
Resin
You
just
scrape it up,
Doesn't it
smoke
like
it.
crackle when you smoke it?
And
Sometimes.
it's nasty. It crackles if it's got fucking moisture in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's actually, a lot of people have tested it. It barely has like microscopic amounts of THC in it. Maybe, I don't know. I would like to do a test myself, but there's people there's a few people who've gotten machines called gas chromatographs, which are like testing machines, which use a solvent to see what's the contents of the material. There's people who've tested like rosin chips, like the weed that you press rosin with. Like, rosin is a type of solventless hash oil you can make, and with a heat press. But yeah, there's people who've tested out the wheat chips, and they still have a little bit of THC after you press out the oil, but I think resin has fucking less than that, honestly.
Really?
Honestly, yeah.
There's definitely got to be some in
And
there.
there's definitely got to be some in there, and there's so many. That's the thing. That's why I'd like to do a test to myself, and that's why I fucking want one of these gas chromatographs, because you can do so many cool, so many dope tests.
Does it have a bunch of different solvents that it works with,
Well,
or is it like?
Well, I'm sure it depends on what you're testing and stuff like that, but yeah, you just basically use like a solvent, probably like alcohol. I'm not exactly sure on the solvent, but use the solvent and soak the material in there or whatever and test it. And yeah, it basically tells you like what alkaloids.
So what-
alkaloids are compounds are in the material,
So it kind of like splits them up basically, and then at that point you can just weigh them, see what's in there.
Yeah, and then there's like a computer basically that tells you like what's all in there after you've got
really?
after you've got the solvent, and then you put
Oh,
it
it
into
just
the
detects it all like with the computer.
I'm not exactly. I'll have to. If there's probably somebody out there who there's multiple people out there who know what the fuck I'm talking about, and know like way more than what I'm saying. And if you go online and look stuff up about them, I'm sure you could get more information. But I forgot where I was exactly going with it. What was the question you asked me?
If the computer detected everything that happened.
Oh yeah. I'm
like,
sure
split
there's
up,
some sort of way that it like detects what's in the solvent somehow, but I'm not exactly sure, honestly.
So it's probably a pretty complex
Yeah.
machine, it
Well,
sounds like.
it's called I'm just theorizing here, but it's called a gas chromatograph, so it probably somehow turns it into gas.
Yeah.
But
And detects it in the air.
yeah, something like that.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's just me. That's just me contemplating.
Theorizing.
Yeah.
Hypothesizing.
Hypothesizing. Hypothesizing theories.
That makes me think of the Aliens guy. Alien.
Is that movie with the dog that's on the person that, well, no, the person that's on the dog body at the end of it? I've been seeing it since I was a little kid, so I'm like, I don't remember then. Never mind, scratch that. Ooh, no, but I remember oh no, I think it might have been called Alien, where it was stupid as fuck, and there was like a bunch of crazy aliens. I was scared as fuck out of this movie.
Do you guys remember Attack from Mars? Or
Oh my
something?
god, I was about to say
Oh, Mars Attack.
Yeah, Mars
Mars
Attack.
That's what it
Yeah,
was.
they're
That's
so
what
creepy.
it was.
Or is
I
this
remember being
ignorant
so
too?
afraid
That's what
of
it
it.
was. That's exactly what it was. I was afraid of it, and there was a fucking dog with a person head.
Yeah, no, it was creepy.
Yes.
Yes, no,
Yes.
no, it was creepy.
I remember
Don't
that.
think I
Yeah.
saw it.
No, just count your blessings. You don't want to.
Yeah.
It was like a weird Tim Burton movie. It was like.
Yeah, I think it was so funny, dude. I fucking loved it.
It was funny, but as a kid, it was terrifying.
It scared the fuck out of
Dude,
me.
when you're a little kid, weird shit creeps you
Yeah.
out like that. Weird movies, it's like, what the hell?
Dude, when I was a kid, I used to hate watching Scream, but I would always watch it because, like, my family would watch it.
Yeah.
And, like, I remember we had a downstairs and upstairs in our house. And, like, when I would be, like, the last person downstairs, we had to turn off all the lights, you know? So I'd turn off all the lights, and then, like, I'd have, like, the living room lights on. And then, like, I'd turn them off, and then I'd have to, like, run up the stairs, and, like, the whole time I think I'm getting chased by the dude and screaming. I'm like, ah! Until I get upstairs, I'm like,
I still get that feeling sometimes.
Oh, dude, I
It
still do
happens.
sometimes. I still do it. When it's real dark.
Yeah, you turn it off, yeah, especially
Yeah.
the stairs. It's
Yeah,
on the stairs,
exactly.
you're like,
Coming up from the basement.
I feel like someone's chasing you.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck, dude. When I was a little kid, and still to this day, fuck it, Willy Wonka, dude. Like the old Willy Wonka, like Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Fucking dope as fuck movie was like my favorite movie in the world. All the dope Oompa Loompas and shit, and like just the dopest. Like just the factory's so dope, dude. I would live there. It's like a fantasy land. But there's one part that scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid, where when they go down, when they get in the boat,
Yeah.
and then fucking Gene Wilder, who plays Willy Wonka, fucking pimp ass comedian and just fucking pimp ass nigga, and he just starts getting all like wide eyed and like crazy looking, and just like saying all this trippy ass shit, and it's like they're going through like hell basically, and like he's just like. He's just like saying, I don't even know what he said, but he just has like a creepy ass,
Yeah.
just like crazy
He's
ass
like, if
laugh.
we make it out.
Yeah, if we
Lord
make it
knows
out
where we'll go.
alive.
Yeah.
Just like, just laughing.
And they're all, fuck.
Yeah, do you know what's cool about that shit though? Fucking, that's been like my favorite movie my whole life. I hella want to get a tattoo of fucking Willy Wonka.
I'm jealous of your picture that hangs up in the house.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I fucking love Willy Wonka. He's like my fucking hero.
Did you like the new one? With
I thought it was
Johnny
cool.
Depp?
I thought it was cool, but nothing compares to the old one.
No.
And,
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Yeah, and fucking.
Wasn't it made by Tim Burton or something?
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
feel
sure.
like he made it weird.
Yeah,
like he always
went
has to make
weird.
it weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like awkward weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like unsettling
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, but I actually, god damn it, I keep losing my train of thought. But I was gonna do actually this year at Element 11, the festival that's coming up in fucking in Utah in Stargazer Ranch. If you fucking don't know about it, fucking hit that shit up, fucking go to it. But I'm actually doing a performance to the Willy Wonka song.
What? I need to be
Really?
there.
Well,
staff?
Well, yeah, and it's gonna be it's a cover. I forgot who does the song. I'll have to look it up, but I forgot who does the song. But it's the Pure Imagination song.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
it's gonna be dope.
This is like an electronic song?
It's no, it's not even electronic.
Oh, really?
Just it's kind of a slow song. It's just gonna get groove to it, you know.
That's dope.
It's gonna be dope, dude.
You're gonna have the fire going and everything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Performance at Element 11, dude.
Oh.
And then actually, if me and if my whole tribe does good enough, because I'm part of the Utah Fire Tribe. And if we do good enough, then we're gonna get into Burning Man and perform there.
So it's like a competition, kind of? Like.
Well, no, it's just they have auditions for like. It's just like, I don't know. I guess for like.
In a sense, it's competitive. In a sense,
it's competitive. Like, but they got in last year, back when I wasn't in the Fire Tribe. But it's just you gotta think about it. Utah, like. We're right next to Nevada, which is Burning Man, and there's so many people who go to Burning Man in Utah. There's so many amazing fire spinners in Utah. Just for that fact, just because I don't know, maybe I'm sure there's amazing fire spinners everywhere, but I feel like a lot of the whole burner type, whatever you want to call it, person or whatever, a lot of those people are gonna be like around the Nevada like area because they can drive to Burning Man, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people prepare for it all year, you know, like that's what they sit and look forward to all year, every year. It's just like, and they're prepared. Like as soon as they get back from Burning Man, they're probably building something for the next year. Like
it's like their deal.
Yeah, it's like their thing. Like they love it. But yeah, and that's why I've been trying to do this whole like fire performing thing. It's just trying to like dive into it, you know. Try and get good as fuck at it because I don't know. There's it's not like I'm gonna make money doing it, but like there's so much dope shit you can do doing
involved
it.
in.
Yeah. Like
just becoming part of that whole community.
Exactly.
And having like a skill like that too.
Yeah.
It's an interesting
it's
social
like,
thing.
Yeah, it's just interesting. Like I feel like I have too many hobbies. Like
Me too.
That's not a bad thing though. 'Cause
yeah.
You might as well do something you love. Like some people don't do anything.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess so. Sometimes I'm like, fuck though. Should I like quit one of my hobbies to do this hobby all the time?
Yeah, get really good at it and possibly make money off of it, or like support yourself off of it.
People change careers all the time.
Yeah.
Like I changed my mind about being like. First I wanted to be like a veterinarian, and then I'm like, I can't put dogs down. And then I want to be a hairstylist, and I'm like, well, I don't want to get hair all over me. And now I want to be a web developer, and that's like my thing right now. But I hate that there's bugs. I hate that I have to like go into my code and like find where like it's like the kink in the hose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's what I don't know. People change their mind all the time, but like that's the thing is like you can be good at anything you want to be good at.
Yeah, definitely.
Personally, I feel like I am kind of driven to like master a lot of different things, and not even like master, just get like just to reach that point
of understanding.
Yeah, to like just do it until I'm not driven to do it anymore, I guess. And some things I'm driven to do for like a long time, like music. I've been involved with for a really long time now and still want to be involved with. But yeah, like, and then staffing recently. It's just because I've been just driven to do it, I guess is all it is.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about this the other day. I think there's just certain people that are like driven to do specific things. like really hard and be the best at that. And I'm glad that there's people out there like that.
Yeah, specialists.
Yeah,
Accountants,
specialists, exactly.
especially,
Yeah.
like people who do math.
And
Thank
people
you.
with like insane skills that like you would have to spend your whole life, practicing to be able to do. But personally, I feel like that's not really for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, me neither, dude. I feel like I am I don't know, I like to get good at things, you know. I like to somewhat master things, but I don't want to master one thing and that's it. I feel like I'm more of a generalist.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like,
same.
I just like things. I think if somebody came up to us and was like, you know what, I want to let's do a podcast on how I started building fucking guitar amps.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I make homemade guitar amps and they're super sick. I'd be like, hell yeah, that is fucking dope. I was like, let's dive into it.
Yeah.
And like, I think I could get into it. Like, if that was like what I wanted to get into for the moment, I'd be like, alright, that's my fucking, like, what I'm down for right now.
Yeah.
I'm making guitar amps. But yeah, there's just so many fucking things. So many things.
You can have so many experiences. Like, why not? Why have one when you can have many?
Yeah, exactly.
And you can't have them all either.
Yeah.
So it's like, which ones do I want to put time into?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but like you were saying, I feel like certain people are like made for like certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like personalities mesh with certain aspects of someone. Like
Mm-hmm.
like certain people, like when you think of someone artistic, you think of a person, like a certain type of person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Like when you think of like a mathematician, you think of a certain kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's cool to have a wide like variety of friends, you know, or like even that's why it's cool to be doing something like this, you know, because we could have all kinds of different people on, not necessarily live their lives, but get an idea, and just be like, okay, like that's cool, it's different, but I don't know, can't have all the experiences, but we can try.
And and if you can't have the experience, you can hear about it from someone else.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I think from my perspective, it's kind of like a sigh of relief that you can't have all of them, and that you can't have like certain ones. It's almost like, oh, okay, so it's limited. So it's like, it's basically whatever I want to do. You know, there's no like check boxes that I need to fill out before I die. It's just like, it's literally whatever you want to experience, and it doesn't matter because there's billions of other perspectives out there getting every other thing. So it's which perspective do you want to get is really all it is. Like, even if you spend like your entire life being angry and shit, like that's still, you're still getting that perspective.
Yeah.
You know, someone's got to be exploring that section of reality, basically.
Yeah. At least at that moment, because why else would you be doing it?
Mm-hmm. You're attracted to it.
Yeah.
So, for one reason or another, whether it's like some lesson that you need to learn or something.
Well, it's just like how we've all probably been through dark times to get to so-called like lighter time or more happier time or whatever you want to call it. But I'm sure that's how it is for a lot of people, you know. Yeah. It's just contrast, you know. It's just contrast. You can't see the dark without the light, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And how do you know if something's light if you don't know what dark is, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
And my friend was always like, well, there's shades of gray. And I was in there too, like it's not just black and white, there's shades of gray.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. Like, it all depends on how you want to look at it.
Yeah. Well, it's like alright, if you've been to black, like black darkness, then a certain shade of gray is almost like white.
Exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, you can put yourself in any shade of gray and say that it's lighter
It's
than a
better
certain
than- it's
point
better
and
than
darker
the
than a
shade
certain
of
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, let's take a quick break just to make sure everything's recording properly. All right. Should
Back.
work. Yeah, it's crazy how our mind is like that. It's like everything's based off of a comparison of one thing to the other.
Yeah.
You know, I almost feel like, and this is definitely hard for me to explain, that there's like something else besides that happening, kind of, like yeah, you need the bad to see the good, like as a comparison, but there's like another like state of mind that you can be working on also to kind of like learn how to make it so because you don't have to suffer to be happy,
Yeah.
you know, but you do have to like go through those hard times still, you know, you have to experience the pain, but you don't have to suffer through them in order to in some point in the future to feel happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's like another thing happening other than the up and downs that's like how hard the up and downs are for you, I guess.
Yeah. Well, just like how you were saying a couple podcasts ago, it's how you react to your emotions, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like how you react to those up and downs or whatever.
And the more you're okay with it, the better the outcome is. Really, like
That's true.
the happier, the more solid in myself that I become, the better my
So
outlook
it's
on
like-
life is.
It's like a looping effect at that point, because then it's like, okay, so when I do go through the hard times, the easier I am on myself, it's actually going to make it easy. It's going to make the situation itself easier, and it's going to make the highs work out better.
Yes, like I can backtrack faster.
Yeah, so it's like
hella faster.
actually the less you suffer, the more you end up going through the highs. You know.
Yeah.
It's
the,
kind of
the
interesting.
faster you go back.
The less suffering you create for yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
Then the better that system works for you.
And I've been trying to explain this to a friend like for like a week or two, and he just isn't getting it. And like that's the thing is like I kind of want to like tell people like, oh, this like it's not as hard as like you make it out to be. Like it really isn't as hard as you make it out to be. But like if that's their choice. I can't make them. I can't.
Yeah. And I can't even say how many times even sometimes now, like, where I've just been like, oh, fuck, this is fucked, you know, this is, like, 100% fucked, no
Yeah.
doubt, like, I'm fucked. And then everything's fine, but it's like, everybody gets fucking caught up in the fucking wave of emotions sometimes, I guess.
Oh yeah, it happens,
Yeah.
especially for
Oh,
me
yeah.
in winter. Like I have seasonal depression sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel. Yeah, winter's I've said this on a few podcasts, but winter and like the holidays
Yeah.
are a weird time
Mhm.
for everybody. I feel like just because there's so many weird like vibes in the air. Everybody's got these expectations. Like it's just a weird time. It's a weird time, but. Yeah, I remember we had like a whole podcast like talking about this shit.
Was that the very first one that we talked about?
I think it
I
was.
think it was.
I think it was. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I remember that.
That was like a long time ago.
We're just looping right back
So
to it.
what if it's like, you're saying like it's more than just the up and downs? What if it's like, it's an up and down, and it's like that's just how life goes. It just is up and down and up and down and up and down. But then on the up and down, there's also another up and down going with on the up and down,
Yeah.
and that's like your
Yeah.
emotions of it. So like you're gonna go up and down no matter what. It's just how up and down are you when you're going up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe the fixed part of the equation is like just life's up and downs, you know, and then the part that's the variable that you can choose is where you're gonna be at the up and down.
Well, it's
where
like
going up and down.
it's like DNA, you know? It's like DNA, all it is a bunch of up and downs. And then more up and downs on that up and down. And then more up and downs on the up and downs, up and down.
like an infinitely complex
A
wave on
fractal
top
of-
of a wave on top of a wave.
exactly. Like I forgot. There's this fucking guy who did a lot of cool research on DNA. I'll figure it out and I'll send it to you and put it in the description or whatever.
On the Facebook page
yeah,
or
on the
something.
description, because he's done a lot of cool research on DNA, and we'll just look in the description if you're listening to this on YouTube or on the Facebook page. I'll send the link to Jerry. So it's a dope.
Who is he?
Dope video. I forgot his name. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna fucking. I have to give him credit because he taught me a lot of shit just about DNA in general, and it's just the whole like just just harmony in general. You know,
I
it's
know.
just like what the fuck. Just it makes music make sense. It makes everything make sense. It's just like what. It starts to get a little bit wild at the end, but it's worth it.
That's the guy that's. I think I've seen it with you. He's kind of like funny.
Yeah.
Funny looking.
Yeah, he's
Funny.
kind of
Funny.
funny. looking.
He's funny looking and funny just in general. Like
Yeah.
I remember when I first
Oh
watched
my
it, I was
God.
like, this guy's just a goofball. You
Yeah,
know.
I'm looking at
And then,
Alex, you gotta Google on your phone.
And then I was like, I started listening to it. You know, he's talking about DNA and like helixes and all this shit, and I'm like, oh my fucking lord. I was like, this guy's talking about crazy shit, and it all makes sense. He's like, he's bringing it down to like,
EOI
Such-
5.
yeah, he's breaking it down so crazy. It's like, oh my goodness. It's crazy to like be so interested in something and then like find something out about it, you know? That
Yeah.
you didn't find
Yeah.
out that
Something
you weren't
you've
like
wondered.
looking for, you
Yeah.
know? And it just
Yeah.
like pops up and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. The journey isn't complete, but that's a good little
yeah,
quest
it's a little
for it.
tidbit.
Oh.
I had a situation like that in one of my college classes, actually related to this topic. It was in my human origins class, which is about the human evolution process. So we go deep into DNA. It is so interesting how it talks about how DNA likes to like make the proteins in your body. It like separates for a second, and then the proteins, like the materials to come and make the protein come in, and then the DNA orders it and then makes a protein and then reconnects back with the DNA like flawlessly. Like they don't even know exactly how it works, but it's just like flawlessly comes in, connects, and then releases a protein molecule. And that's basically like all your DNA does is like create these different protein molecules in order to like create all of you, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, this kid came into the class just it was just from a presentation that we had to do. And he did a presentation on something called epigenetics, which is like, because there's your DNA and then there's apparently something like that controls how influential your DNA is. Like something on top of DNA. That's why it's called like epigenetics. I think epi means like above or like one step above on the ladder of like of something. And it was about how the decisions you make in your life actually control how influential certain parts of your DNA are that gets passed on to your kids. So it's essentially like a DNA memory that gets passed on to your younger generation, depending on how that specific DNA molecule reacted during your whole life. You know, will affect how strong or like recessive that specific DNA molecule is. And it's kind of hard to explain, but like let's say anger, for example. If you had genes that made you more prone to being angry, and you gave into that your whole life, and you were super angry, then that would be more likely that your kid would also have that same issue, because in your life that gene was used a lot, you know. So it was like kind of marked as important, tagged as important with something. I don't know exactly how it did it, but it tags that gene as like useful or important, sends it on to your kid. So it's kind of interesting, because then you think about like, so the lessons that your parents didn't fully learn now are your responsibility to kind of learn, you know. And then if you you know, react better to the things that you've been given in life, like your DNA, then that'll only make it better. That like will definitely make it better for the next generations.
Yeah.
You know, it's like every single thing you do is basically making an imprint on the future generations on and how they're going to evolve and how they're going to think and how they're going to be.
Dude,
as long as you have kids.
The guy's name is Dan Winter.
Oh yeah.
And the video, hey, open that shit. The video is called Fractals DNA Golden Ratio, Dan Winter. It's like, if you just look up Dan Winter DNA, it's the fucking first video that comes up on YouTube. But Dan Winter, dude, he's there's something about the way he talks, and he's just one of those really I'd watch it for you.
Maybe
like,
send me a link or something, and I'll put
Yeah,
in like
yeah,
a little
we'll-
quote from it at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, let's do it. It's fascinating, dude, and he's really articulate, dude. It's a really old video, but it's really he's got new videos and stuff that really like. It's just insane, dude. I even want to re-watch it, you know, just to like freshen up on it. But
How long is it?
it's like 2 hours.
Ooh, damn.
It goes like into the raw core of it. When I first watched it, I was actually on like allegedly I was on a few tabs of acid, and I was just watching it with like just like my jaw dropped. I was just like, what? Because everything like. This whole fucking human body is it's so synchronistic and like just harmony. We're like the definition of harmony.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, like it has to be that way.
it has to.
It would. That's the only way it would like. It has to
but
be
it's
that way.
it's just amazing how it is.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. It's mind blowing that it
And
even
it's
is there.
It's just like, it makes no sense. Like our heart fucking has like 3 different valves that like just pump like in different different set. I'm not fucking cardiologist, so somebody's gonna comment on this shit. But my bullshit that I'm talking about, my heart theories that I've heard and probably butchering, and but there's like 3 different muscles, you know, that like pump your heart, and it pumps it in a perfect spiral, you know, in a perfect spiral, and like
all throughout your veins. Like,
yeah, just
and it does it for like 100 years.
And it's
constantly.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And if you like do stuff like I do, like chug energy drinks, you put so much stress on it, and like you can like treat it bad.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's disrupting the harmony.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, and so one crazy thing is, so one time my mom got injured somehow. I can't remember how. But one of her, what are those things called? Your spinal...
Like the disc?
Disc, yeah. One of her spinal discs got jammed into where her nerve pathways were down her back.
Mm-hmm.
And your nerve pathways down your back are like the strongest there because that's where they like all meet up to go to the brain and everything. They all like split off of there, so that's where the most nerves are coming through. So like when it went into there, because of the like high speeds and high energy that goes through your nerve in your spine, it melted it, and it when they did like a X-ray, it looked like a crayon got melted.
What?
And it was her bone that just got completely melted like off where it went into the nerve connector.
Because the electricity that goes through the nerves?
Because like just the energy that goes through it.
Oh, I see.
That's crazy.
It's just shooting energy so fast.
Yeah, so it's electricity.
Yeah,
So
because
what machines?
We're electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
Wires, that's a high voltage current right there.
we can survive a lot. Like my grandma was born with a hole in her heart, and she lived till she was like 70.
Damn.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
It's the modern medical technology.
Well, and it's crazy to think about, like, okay, so you think about like X-Men, you know, and there's Wolverine, you know, and like boom, you know, he gets cut up and then he's like healing in like less than like 5 minutes, you know, like real quick. But it's like I busted open my head last year, and that shit healed in 2 weeks, you know, a week and a half, 2 weeks. And so it's like You know, we're kind of like little superhumans, you know?
Yeah.
And then we got like little armies in us, like
Yeah.
fighting diseases, little white blood cells, and
Yeah.
like all the, like, your hairs in your nose, like, attract, like, bacteria, so, like, when you breathe through your nose, it, like, catches some of the bacteria. And, like, your immune system puts, like, the stuff it doesn't want, like, back out through your nose. And that's what, like, boogers are and everything.
I've always wondered that, actually. I've always kind of thought that, like, what if it's just, like, the waste
Yeah,
coming
and it's,
out?
yeah, and that's it, and then, like,
Mm,
and
that
then,
makes
like, your
sense.
body just, like, takes something in and, like, processes it and finds out, like, the diagnosis of what it needs, takes what it needs, extracts that, and then takes out the rest, you know? And so it's, like, we are little, like, super crazy superhumans, you know?
Yeah. We're definitely some sort of Terminator type of deal.
Our fingernails grow at the our fingernails grow at the rate that the tectonic plate move every year.
Really?
Yeah.
So
We grow the
like
same
Earth.
amount of fingernails every year. That's how far the tectonic plates move every year.
It's like, fuck.
That's crazy.
Fingernails ago. We'll just be like, oh my god.
Earthquake.
Earthquake.
Fingernail quake.
Just grew like 3 inches at once. Oh, that's weird. That's really true?
What?
How did they even prove that? Like alright, let's measure my fingernails. Where do they even think to test it out?
Who's
Like,
the guy
wait,
that measures his
When you know about a
fingernails?
bunch of numbers, like, you know, like, okay, maybe you're, like, in the Scientology field, you know, and you're measuring how much the plates move. So you measured it for so many years, and then you go and meet your homie, and your homie's dating this girl that's a nail specialist, and so you're all drinking at the bar, and then you guys have something in common. She's like, hey, you know, this is how many inches or centimeters fucking your nails
You're
grow.
like,
And
hey,
he's like,
well, hold up. That's insane.
what? I've been, like,
But-
looking at that the last couple years. That's the plates.
why would the Scientologists
And they made a
know
meme
about the
it.
plates of the earth?
Because that's what he studies.
It's a Scientologist thing?
The Scientologist.
No, I'm just saying that because it has the word science in it.
Oh, so they must know
No.
science.
Yeah, and
No, I'm
so
just fucking with you. I know what you
something
meant.
like that.
Geologist.
But
could be a geologist, could
no,
be a Scientologist, could
no.
be a plate tectonist.
No, Scientology is a religion.
Yeah.
Scientology is fucked.
You know what? It is kind of, you know it's
No,
it
that's
is-
just true.
it is-
I'm just kidding.
it might be true, who knows, but
It might be fucked too.
I'm
I'm
pretty.
gonna
It
say
is
it's
fucked,
true.
dude. They steal all your money, and they fucking. I've heard fuck stories of them like beating people and stuff, all kinds of shit. But L. Ron Hubbard, the fucking guy who came out with the religion, was a science fiction writer, an actual science fiction writer. And you know what he was most famous for before he came out with the religion?
What?
Writing the most fiction books in the world.
The most?
The most in the world.
Oh.
That's
And
just
then-
what he's known for.
He actually put in one of his books, you know how you make a lot of money? You create a religion. And he did it.
No, it's true, because there's this guy, I watched this
did.
documentary on Vice, and he legitimately thinks he's Jesus. And,
That doesn't surprise me that there's people out there that think that.
yeah, and
With
he
how
has,
the ego works, that
Yeah.
does not surprise me.
I don't think I'm Jesus. I know for a fact I'm Jesus.
he was like kind of, and he had this following, and they had like pictures of him, like Jesus, like pictures of him in their house, and
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, and he
I've heard
just like
some crazy shit like that.
has like
before.
this community, and like he legitimately has like sermons where he comes
Really?
down the hill from a mountain and sits in a throne and
Oh, dude.
blesses
What
like
if he
bread
is
and
Jesus?
water.
What if he really is?
Yeah.
And people are just like, fuck this guy. Not Jesus.
Have you ever-
If Jesus actually did like come back, or I don't know, if Jesus comes back, if he came back already, and nobody would believe him. They'd be like,
Well,
look at
unless
this
he
guy.
was like fucking
He wouldn't
doing
look the
magic
same.
shit. Like,
They're like, let me get this on Facebook Live real quick.
It's,
let me heal this guy on Facebook
maybe,
Live.
maybe
Put it on
Jesus
Instagram.
comes back and he's like, alright, I'm not as. Well, it was a tall tale, guys. You guys need it. It was a book that was written from a different, like, it was translated, it was fucked. Like, you guys gotta realize that I'm just a regular nigga.
Yeah, I didn't walk
I
on
can't-
water. I
yeah.
just swam across that lake. I just swam.
Yeah, I swam.
I
was
swam,
just
nigga, I
a
swear.
It was
carpenter.
freezing cold. It was hard. But I just
It
swam.
They just talking me up because I was the coolest guy, like the nicest guy in town. But like,
He was the
and
coolest
they
carpenter.
fucking put me on a cross. Of course they're gonna like, they're gonna make me sound good, you know. I don't know. I don't know shit. I'm just, yeah, I don't know.
That'd be an early way to die, though. That's like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh Jesus.
When they tell you that story in church, you're like,
I
God,
know.
That's
yeah,
gnarly.
now
You're cringing
dude.
like.
yeah, like nails through each one of your hands, and then when they get to the
The
feet,
feet.
That's
Oh,
the worst, dude.
yeah.
You know, it's funny. Your hands, if you put nails in them, they wouldn't hold your weight.
No, they
They
probably
wouldn't hold your
breast.
weight.
Ugh,
So-
that's
Yeah.
true.
Actually, when they crucified people back in the day,
It was the
like
wrist.
it was the wrist.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'm pretty sure I heard that before, actually.
Yeah. Which that would suck about just as
dude.
bad.
Yeah, I wonder how long it would take for you to die.
Well, and then they
So-
stab you and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, and then they put the rose crown on you and everything, and then they stab you,
Yeah.
and then they let the birds kind of eat you, and so you're probably dead in like 2 or 3 days.
God, it's crazy
Yeah.
that like they used to
Why
do
do
that
people
shit,
wear
like-
crosses?
Because it's a
It's like
sign
sign
that
of
Jesus died
sacrifice.
for our sins.
I know, but it's like, am I gonna put a fucking electric chair on my fucking neck?
Well, did your
Some-
savior die on the electric chair because your sins?
I don't know, dog.
If you did, then sure, but that's why they do it.
Have you ever
It's
heard
a
of
sign of respect.
Tookie Williams? That's my savior, dog. Tookie Williams. He's a really cool dude, but he was known as. There's a documentary about him on Netflix, but look it up, Tookie Williams. But he was known as King Crip. Like he was the guy who came out with like Crips basically, and like. And I guess, like, Bloods, Crips, they weren't even really anything. They were just, like... again, I'm just blowing shit out my ass, but... From what I know, again, they were just kids, you know, fucking around and then... playing sports and shit, and then eventually... it turned into something, you know? It evolved. And, everybody started selling drugs, and... Yeah, Tookie Williams, basically, he killed a lot of people. And he went to prison, and then he actually this was a case where like he I feel like he was straight up like reformed, you know. He was doing things to like help kids like that so they don't like get into like gangs and like all kinds of shit like that, and like he was just totally changing his ways and like totally, and like he killed people. Everybody was in gangs, you know. It doesn't make it better, it doesn't make it worse, but I don't know, dude. Like just watching interviews with him, it was just like, damn, he was a smart motherfucker. I'm pretty sure when he went in. Oh no, that's a different person I'm thinking of, but. When he went in, he wasn't as educated, you know. And he went to prison, educated himself, fucking on all kinds of shit, on law, so he can like try and get himself like away from this whole like electric chair shit, because he was on death row. And then, yeah, he was basically just trying. He had a lawyer and shit trying to get him like help and. Just, I don't know, I feel like he did, even after he was in prison and stuff, he did a lot of good on educating all the, like, kids in gangs, you know, showing them that, like, you know, this is just a fucking, just a one-way trip to either jail or...
A shitty life.
Yeah, jail, a shitty life, or fucking being dead.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he eventually got executed, but I don't know, dude. It's just crazy, and it was like, it's just intense, like, whereas like this guy's killed somebody, I'm looking up to him, and it's like,
Yeah.
he's one of my heroes though, dude. Just I have a lot of those like people that I look up to, and it's just like this guy, like, that's one thing. If you could go that fucking far low, and then you could still somehow, like, and you could tell the look in his face in his interviews where he's completely accepting that he's gonna get killed, and he's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm still gonna do what I can, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just amazing, you know, how far down you can go. And people think they're like, oh, I can't, like,
Too far.
I'm too far, you know. I'm too far, but that guy, well, he killed people.
See, and this kind of relates back to what I said earlier, how there's like certain people are meant to kind of experience different perspectives. Like maybe that guy was born with, for whatever reason, his environment, or like maybe he just wanted to kill people, or for whatever reason he killed people, because maybe he was like born with that, like, I almost want to say energy, I guess, in like to experience that. Because like we as people think that killing people is like the worst possible thing. Like that's not we almost deny it from reality, kind of. But it's there. People do it, and this guy experienced that, you know. And maybe he was like kind of I don't want to say supposed to experience that, but like that was his perspective that he gained, and then now he basically outgrew that. And now he's you know, helping or whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, and it would be so crazy being on like, cause there's also a movie about him. I'm pretty sure, I forgot who plays him, but in the movie it's like, cause you're in jail, you know, and in this specific jail, every time, well, not jail, prison. Every time somebody would get executed, there would be like an alarm going off, like just a little bzzz, like a buzzer, you know, or something. And just imagine hearing that every day, just being like, okay, well,
oh yeah,
when am I coming? You know, because it's a long process. It's a long process for them to do it, and I couldn't imagine just sitting there, being like, okay. Like, this is about to go down. I'm about to get executed.
So real.
Like, I'm about to get... Like, that's when you're like... Like, this is, like, it. Like, I fucked up to the point of, like... They want to take me out of this dimension. And then
they're kicking me out of this dimension.
They're like, you know what, like... And I think the best thing you could say to somebody on the electric chair is, you know, be like, dude, like, especially like a serial killer, like someone who's just fucked up, like, and just has no hope, you know. It's just like, we kind of have to get rid of you. It's just like, you know what, like, I'm fucking sorry you got put in this incarnation, you know. Like, I'm sorry that this is like happening to you, you know. I'm sorry that you did all these things, but yet you did all these things that happened to you. I don't know.
Yeah, like you were driven to do it, but based on your environment or your DNA or whatever. Like it happened, obviously. It happened. You know, there's something.
Yeah, so better luck next time. You know, it's like.
Yeah, better luck in the next existence, whatever. And it's not. Yeah, like what you were saying, that what you would say to them, like it's
nothing personal.
This existence isn't like, if you don't, you know, succeed in this one, I feel like it's not the end of the world. It's the end of this world. But I feel like you know, who knows? But I feel like there's infinite amounts of existence, and there's infinite life out there.
Yeah.
Just in. Because it doesn't stop. Yeah, it doesn't end. It doesn't stop. It's constantly changing, but it's not stopping or ending. It's growing and shrinking. But I feel like there's an infinite amount of life out there.
Yeah.
Which I was thinking about the other day, and it kind of made me realize that even if like this whole planet kind of goes to shit, it wouldn't be like, you know, the worst thing imaginable, because it's not like this is the only thing that we have. You know,
Yeah.
this is just one thing.
Well,
Earth
maybe-
isn't the only planet.
Yeah.
Exactly, and maybe whatever this whole consciousness is just developing something almost better than Earth, and then Earth is almost getting outdated, like the fucking iPhone 4.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
Andromeda is supposed to collide. The Andromeda galaxy is supposed to collide with the Milky Way galaxy eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
At one point, so then we're just. Boom.
Maybe there's so much life going on in that galaxy, and like it's gonna take us that long
And
to like be ready for that life, you know.
maybe it's gonna be like the Big Bang, where it's like another explosion and another form of life happens.
Yeah,
It's infinite.
it's just like a
Or maybe it's like a battle. Whoever out of us
Mhm.
is better, their
Yeah.
galaxy or ours. It's like we take
It
over.
like
them.
absorbs
Wow.
it. It's like Kirby.
Yeah, all their energy.
Yeah.
or maybe like the galaxies mate and have a little galaxy baby.
Mm.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's like a mutual thing.
It was
Consensual.
wanted.
That was rape.
This is
That's
galaxy.
straight rape. We're gonna rape the Andromeda galaxy.
Fuck them, they're not even cool anyways.
Yeah.
God. Galaxy rape. I was getting into some ridiculous shit. After like as soon as we undig some like wild shit, it's like, oh, alright, let's pull out some weird shit.
Let's make it weird.
It's
Let's prove our point and let's make it weird. Oh, well, I
Shit.
think I'm ready to call it there.
I need to fuck out, dude. That was a good one.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it was good.
It was nice having
Good
you.
having Ashley
Our
on.
pleasure.
Yeah, thanks. I had a fun time.
Yeah.
Adios.
Make sure your galaxies are consensual.
Mutual
Not galaxy
always.
raping.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah. Make sure.
Subscribe. Do we even have a subscribe? Yeah, I
Well,
guess we
yeah.
subscribe to our channel too.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. We need to get SoundCloud going.
Yeah. Yeah, our SoundCloud is out of order at the moment.
Not
But
updated.
much love.
Backdated.
Much love. Deuces, everybody.
Yeah.
Adios.
Thanks for listening.